8 days before the recall window opened, the lattice delivered its quietest warning yet. A single bill, partial serial match 68%, had surfaced again. Not in the side gig alleys, not in the parish poor box. It had moved through the funeral corridor. Elena and Mara sat at the scarred table, the tablet between them displaying the fresh gray arcs. The engine had logged the bill at 3 nodes in 36 hours. A funeral home collection box, a transport hub ticket window, and a low-profile clinic dispensary. Each read was imperfect, each pause deliberate. The velocity pattern was too clean to be random circulation. Mara enlarged the geo-overlay. The bill's path formed a deliberate corridor through the city's mourning infrastructure. Funeral donations, transport vouchers, clinic envelopes, same statistical fingerprint as your brother's old cluster. The engine sees low-velocity cash movement. We see people being moved. Elena stared at the screen. The inference engine had labeled the chain reviewable plausibility of off-ledger handoff. Probability weight 79%. No names, only the persistent serial stitching the path. The temporal aggregator flags irregular velocity and deliberate pauses. 3 nodes, 36 hours. No shared customer profile. No merchant overlap. This isn't narcotics. This isn't gray market vice. These are people who cannot survive full legibility, the ones the record of clean lines would have declared administratively dead. Exactly. The refuge network uses funerals because grief is statistically irrelevant. A black umbrella, a collection box, a quiet envelope. The lattice dismisses it as citizen mourning. Transport hubs for the next leg. Clinic purchases for the ones who need insulin or bandages without triggering a sovereign health flag. They move the unregistered the same way they once moved your brother. Small enough to stay noise. Elena traced the gray arc with her finger. The parish poor box from earlier weeks now connected like a feeder line into this corridor. We built the chain break logic to close exactly this pattern. The state doesn't need to prove they're moving dissidents or deserters. It only needs the accumulation to become durable enough for review. Once the recall fuses the histories, every one of these envelopes becomes part of a single legible chain. Which is why they stay unregistered. Living ambiguity is less manageable than a sealed death window. The lattice doesn't hate people here. It hates the fact that any of them still exist outside its narration. Outside the window, the funeral cortege passed. A single coin dropped into the collection box with a soft metallic clink that the scanners would never hear. Elena watched the umbrellas disappear into the rain. She had seen mercy in the parish box. She had seen ordinary life narrowed in Marta Kale's case. She had seen the invisible republic of side gig dependents. Now she saw the corridor itself, the quiet infrastructure that kept unregistered human beings alive by refusing to become data. 8 days, Voss. After that, even the funeral corridor becomes part of your brother's chain or yours. Elena closed the tablet. The screen went dark. If he's still inside this corridor, then the state has been hunting a living man through the paperwork of his own death. Mara did not answer. Outside, the cortege turned the corner and vanished. On the table, the dark tablet still seemed to hold the shape of the last gray arc. Tomorrow Elena would follow that corridor deeper. And somewhere beyond the funerals, the tickets, and the clinic envelopes, the impossible was waiting in a form no sealed record could contain.